Good morning. Happy Sunday. It's just now 11 o'clock, so I'm going to give just a minute or two for people to join. Hopefully, I'm not hanging out alone today. It's always my biggest fear every time I decide to schedule a live, that I'm just going to be talking to myself. Boy, I'm looking rough today. So if you are joining me live, hi, welcome. If you are watching the replay, thanks so much for, investing some time with me today. I appreciate it. How are you all doing? I hope you had a really great week. I am just finishing up my morning coffee. I was up at 8 o'clock this morning. Usually I sleep in a little bit on Sundays, but for some reason my eyes popped open at 8 and I was wide awake. So I made this cup of coffee quite a while ago. It's pretty cold. I probably should have made a fresh cup for the live, but that's okay. So I see a couple of you have joined me this morning. How are you all doing? So, one of the things that I wanted to talk about today is the idea of investing in yourself. We talk a lot about budgeting here on my channel and, ways to keep spending down and ways to save money. Lots and lots of videos dedicated on my channel to budgeting and, lowering your costs and things. But something that I haven't really touched on before on my channel is the idea, like I said, of investing in yourself. When is it okay to spend money? That sort of thing. So that's kind of what I thought we could discuss today. Good morning, Erin. How are you? It's an idea. It's been on my mind a lot this past week because I have recently spent quite a bit of money on some things for myself, and I've been feeling a little bit of guilt about it. And it's something that I kind of had to shift my mindset about this week. So, um, there was a time in my life where I did not want to spend money on myself at all. This was back when I first became a mom. I first had my son, and I was really struggling a lot with putting myself first. I was always worrying about my kid and my husband, and I wasn't necessarily taking the best care of myself. And I had that problem for quite a while. Like, I would feed myself last, and I would make sure everybody else's priorities were taken care of, but I would be like last on the totem pole. And I think as women, we do that a lot in general. But something I had to kind of teach myself over the years is, almost like putting on your own oxygen mask first, taking care of yourself first so that you can then take care of others. Good morning, Laura. And so that was something that it took me a really long time to kind of convince myself of, that it was important to take care of myself and it was important to make myself a priority. And that's something that I've really been working on, especially these past few weeks of 2021, is, self-care and putting myself first and making myself a priority, that sort of thing. And I've been doing that, by exercising more and eating well and taking care of my body that way. But the idea of investing in myself, spending money on things for myself has been a bit of a struggle. Um, it is something I've been working through this week. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but I recently made some pretty big purchases for myself. I purchased a new computer for myself, which I am streaming on right now. So hopefully you guys can see and hear me. Maybe the quality's a little bit better than usual. Um, I bought a Fit Watch to keep me motivated with my health goals and that sort of thing. And my husband and I were talking about it, and I said, I've made a lot of purchases recently. He's always kind of encouraged me to invest in myself and my health and my future and that sort of thing. And I've always felt pretty guilty about it. So, I said, I've been spending all this money. All this money could have gone towards our debt. Obviously, you guys know I've been working really hard on paying down debt. And he said, you can't look at it that way. You have to look at it as investing in yourself. And it really got me thinking about that concept. Like, yes, the money that I spent, for example, on this computer could have gone towards debt, and that would have been a great way to use that money. But on the other hand, buying this computer is making it easier to edit my videos. It's making everything go faster. It's taking less time to do the things that I not only want to do, but have to do, like paying bills and things. It's all going faster when I'm not having to wait 20 minutes for my computer to boot up and this and that and the other. So it's saving me time. It's going to allow me to hopefully have better content for my YouTube channel. And so it was an investment in myself. And the same goes with my watch here. I had a Fitbit, and I really liked my Fitbit. It was it the Inspire? I'm not really sure. But it had like the heart rate monitoring. It tracked my sleep, and I really, really loved it. Obviously, it tracked my steps like all the Fitbits do. But it wasn't holding a charge anymore, and it didn't have any fancy bells and whistles. And so I decided it was time to upgrade. And when it came time to kind of choose what I wanted, I looked at the Fitbits, and I looked at this. This is the Samsung Galaxy. What is it? The Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2, I think. And it does all of the same things that the Fitbit would, but it also connects with my phone and allows me to make phone calls and text messages and that sort of thing. And so I decided that I would invest in that, and it's going to help motivate me to, reach my health goals, and that's important. So, yes, Erin says, mom guilt is so real. We are better moms when we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, that's kind of the point that I was trying to make. So, if you don't have a lot of money and you can't necessarily buy yourself something to help you reach your goals, invest some of your time in yourself. I've been waking up a little bit earlier than usual to do sort of the miracle morning routine, based on the book by Hal Elrod, I think. And investing that extra time in myself has done a world of good for me. I've been happier. I've been in a better mood. I've been able to take care of a lot of things bright and early in the morning that I would have put off otherwise. And so that's another kind of idea that you can do to invest in yourself. It doesn't have to be money. Invest time for self-care. Let yourself take an extra 10 minutes at night for reading or whatever it is. It's really important that you take care of yourself Obviously, physically, we want to be in good health, but also mentally. So that's just kind of what I thought we could discuss today, along with anything else that you guys want to chit chat about. Good morning, Brooke. Good morning, Corinne. How are you? Victoria, oddly, I feel guilty for not having mom guilt when I spend stuff on myself. I do feel guilty when I go over budget. Isn't it amazing how that works? You don't feel guilty about spending, but then you feel guilty that you don't feel guilty. So it's all the same thing, right? I think anytime that we are doing things for ourselves, we tend to feel guilty. Like we should be spending that time doing for others or spending that money on something that's more important. And that's a mindset that I'm really trying to shift this year. My husband has always been phenomenal at reminding me that, you know, I have value and I'm important too, and I don't have to put myself last all the time. And that's something I'm trying to kind of learn for myself too. Good morning, Hanan. I always say your name wrong, or maybe I said it right. I don't know, but you know who I'm talking about. Thank you so much, by the way. You have been such a ray of light in my Facebook group. All of your sweet comments and posts have just brought a smile to my face this week, so thank you. Love Miracle Mornings. It makes a huge difference for sure. Yeah. I have not been getting up at like 6 a.m. and following it. What it has really done for me, though, is kind of forced me to get up and immediately be motivated. So I don't get up super early, but I get up in the morning, and rather than kind of making coffee and sitting on the couch for 45 minutes blinking the sleep out of my eyes, I'm getting up, getting right to my walking on my treadmill or taking care of whatever it is that I need to take care of. And it's been really nice to have that kind of as a motivation. So even though I'm not doing it maybe the way that he intended, like getting up bright and early to an alarm and all of that, it's too hard to get up at like 6 a.m. when the rest of my family is still asleep. I was finding that I was waking them up and disrupting their day. So I start my miracle morning a little bit later. Once my family is kind of up and about and my husband has gone off to work, that's kind of when I kick it into gear. But doing the various steps like the reading and the journaling and this and that and the other is working really, really well for me. Maria, good morning, Jesse. I agree in yourself. I have been sick, but here I am for the past 2 weeks working 11-hour shifts. I feel weak and so unhealthy, but after seeing this, I'm going, oh, wonderful. I'm so sorry that you've been working so hard. Take care of yourself. You can't take care of anything or anyone if you are not well. So it's really important. Take that time for you. Good morning, Victoria. I work full-time from home in healthcare, so my days are stressful and long, but having that morning window for me just helps. Yes. If you have not read The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, it's a book. I highly recommend it. And I recommend implementing some of those things. You don't have to follow his routine exactly, but just, starting the day off right, it's been wonderful for me. And obviously it works for lots of people. So give it a try, you guys. Good morning from Manitoba, Canada. Good morning, Janice. Stepping blindly yet faithfully. I love that name. Hi, how are you? So, how did you all spend your week? Did you do anything to work on your goals? Was it a good week? Was it a bad week? I'd like to hear how your week went, and then we'll talk a little bit about how my week went. As of Monday, I'll be working 2 jobs outside the home. Both are essential service jobs, so I'm doubling my exposure. Oh, Janice, stay safe. I'll be thinking of you. Thanks, Jesse, for being an inspiration. Oh, that's so nice of you to say. Thank you. Well, while I wait for you guys to kind of tell me how your week was, I guess I'll go ahead and talk um, a little bit about my week. If you watched my Weight Watchers video that I posted, I know that it's not like my most popular video this week for sure, but it's a lot of you I think watched and commented. You know that I was feeling pretty down about my weigh-in because I was up a little bit, and that really motivated me to kick it into high gear and up my water intake and try to focus on healthier foods. So that's what I've been doing this week. Well, just the last couple of days. I weighed in on Thursday, right? So that's been really good. Hi, long-time watcher, but don't comment much. Well, thank you for joining me today. Great week with budget. Saved more than planned. Bad week with meal planning. Oh, well, you know what? I feel like it's hard to do great all across the board. Like, especially if we have a lot of goals, it's easy to kind of focus on one and let another one kind of fall by the wayside. Like, it's like when you're juggling 3 balls at once and you drop one. At least the other 2 are up in the air, right? So good job on the budget. 2.6 pounds down. That's amazing. Congratulations. We ate out more than we should. Seems like the eating out is where it always gets me too. Like, especially if you were the one that's doing the majority of the cooking, cutting yourself some slack and grabbing some takeout or something here and there, that's awesome. You know, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. That goes right back into investing in yourself. Sometimes you just need a break. I was able to get through 7 boxes to declutter the house. Veronica, that is incredible. That is the goal of mine that I've sort of dropped the ball on, is the organization. I have not been doing a very good job of that. Good morning, Jesse. It's wonderful to have someone from my home base, Michigan. Well, howdy, neighbor. I'm working in my camper, lost from the world in West Virginia. Thank you for being here. Well, thank you for joining me today, Heidi. I spent the week avoiding meal planning for my month and grocery shopping. I've been using what we have around the house and winging it. Okay, Victoria. Well, as long as you are able to get by, that's great. I have been working on my grocery list this morning while I waited for the live here to start. And you guys know I've been trying to do the January pantry challenge where I eat primarily from what we have instead of buying a lot. And I think this week I'm going to have to throw that out the window because we've used a ton of stuff and what we have left doesn't really go together. So I'm still going to try to focus on using what I have, but I'm not really able to create whole meals from it anymore. It's just kind of, you know, this and that. And I'm going to have to buy quite a bit to incorporate into that. So I think I'm going to give myself my full $150 this week for groceries, which kind of bums me out. I was really hoping to make it through January and be able to keep my budget cut in half, but we just went through a lot of what we had a lot quicker than I expected. So I guess we didn't really have as much as I thought. I haven't put Christmas away yet. We always do leave it up till mid-January, but this is pretty late even for me. Janice, that's okay. I think with everything that's been going on, it's okay to give yourself some grace with that. Just, you know, if it's important to you that you get it taken care of, put it on your to-do list and make it happen. Practicing grace this week is a new week. Yes, that's absolutely right. This week is a new week. Every day is a new start. Corinne, a few weeks ago, I took charge of my mental health, med changes, counselor, and dietitian until this week when doing the bills and budgets. Well, really great job putting yourself first in that area. Now throw it out the window. Not throw it out the window, but move on to the next goal because you have succeeded. Yes. Yesterday, my son and I went to Syracuse. Oh, you guys are going too fast. I gotta scroll back up. Hold on just a second. Victoria. Yesterday, my son and I went to Syracuse. I had no idea they had a Chick-fil-A, so we went up. I had no idea there was one there. We attempted Costco, but my friend was given misinformation on Day Pass. I have not had Chick-fil-A in probably 12 years. They had one in Florida where I used to live, but none here in Michigan, at least not that I know of. Good morning, Bonnie. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. You overspent in groceries, but used some of my stimulus money to stock up on things from Sam's Club. Sometimes you just gotta stock up. Don't beat yourself up over that. Erin, I deep cleaned and decluttered my bedroom last weekend and kept it clean all week. I made my bed every day. That is amazing, Erin. Good job. That's something that I should do every day and I don't. Maybe I should make that part of my miracle morning routine, tidying up my bedroom and making the bed. Just, I think, making a bed, even in a messy room, makes it look so much cleaner. Janice. Victoria says her tree is still sitting right next to me, lights on. Well, are you enjoying it, though? If it's causing you stress to still have the tree and the decorations up, then obviously that's something you need to address and tackle. But if you're enjoying it, keep on keeping on. I am a grocery store cashier as well as a school lunch supervisor. I like the job, but it can sometimes be too convenient to shop after work. Yeah, I imagine that's pretty tough. I tried the chocolate rice cakes because I saw your video and now I'm in love. Aren't they amazingly delicious? Put a little bit of peanut butter on there. Makes it even better. Victoria, it's not just the Christmas tree, it's the whole living room that is decorated. Hi, Amy. Jesse, you made it mid-month without using your typical grocery budget, so I would think the last 2 weeks will still bring you in under budget, especially building meals around what you do have. I hope so, Victoria. So far, I have all of my groceries in my Walmart grocery app, kind of preparing for next week, and it's awfully close to the 150 mark, but I think the following week will be better. I need to stock up on a lot of things for lunches for my husband. We're trying the thing where I make him lunches every day again. I was doing a really good job of that for a while and then sort of fell off of it. He's been eating out more than he should. Granted, that comes out of his pocket money, so he has the money for it, but it's not healthy to eat out that much. So he's either eating out or he's just skipping meals, and I don't want that. So I really want to get back to making him a lunch every day. And that, I think, is what's driving my cost up, is just buying the supplies for that. I find making my bed every morning helps me move forward with my day. Okay, Heidi. I think I'm going to attempt to build that into my Miracle Morning routine this week and see how that goes. Because the Miracle Morning routine is great, and I find that if I can build one habit off another, it works better for me than just trying to pick up a habit out of nowhere. There's one in Allen Park, but it's terrible. My best friend and her family eat at Chick-fil-A in Toledo and say it's great. Okay. That is not too far from me. Maybe someday soon I'll go check that one out. Thanks, Laura. My Christmas stuff came down last week. It was stressing me out. Well, good, Bonnie. I'm glad you took care of that. I don't make my bed first thing in the morning, but I do make it when I go in there to get dressed. I spend a few minutes making the bed and straightening up in the bedroom. My bedroom has always been a sort of dumping ground. It's definitely not the sanctuary that I would like for it to be. You guys know we live in a pretty small house, and there's a lot of stuff and clutter in my house that just doesn't have a permanent place. So we tend to do a lot of making piles of stuff and then moving the piles to various spaces in my house rather than just finding a place for it to live. And that's one of the reasons why I really want to focus on the decluttering aspect of my goals. But it's like the thing that I'm least motivated to do. It's like I want it done, but I don't want to have to be the one to do it. Good morning, Marie. How are you? Janice says, I have a plumber coming over later today to put in a new toilet in the upstairs bathroom. That means we will all have to use the downstairs bathroom for a bit. And my daughter hates this bathroom. Ugh. That's funny. I am terribly inconsistent at making my bed. Well, at least that's one of those things, like, unless you're spending a lot of time in your bedroom throughout the day, you can kind of close the door on it and not think too much about it. So if that's the ball that you have to drop, at least it's not something that seriously affects your day, right? My self-care focus right now is improving my food consumption. I go all day without eating, have dinner, and wake up midnight to 2 a.m. needing a sugar fix. Yes, Victoria, that's definitely something that you should work on. That's great that you're focusing on that. You guys are making me want Chick-fil-A, and they are closed on Sundays. Oh, boy. That's tough. We sort of hurriedly throw the blankets up so it kind of looks like we made the bed. Well, hey, you know what? At least you made the effort. I don't even do that much. And it used to be that I had the excuse because I was getting up earlier than my husband. So he was still in bed when I was getting up. So I couldn't really make the bed. But now that I've sort of shifted my miracle morning routine back and am getting up after he gets up, I don't really have that excuse anymore. That's right. That's good for your wallet that they're closed today. See, there's the silver lining. Being in Canada, I miss some of the restaurants and grocery store items that are unique to the US. I have done some care packages with goodies unique to us here, though. So good that we are keeping each other motivated. Yes, that's one of the reasons why I created my Facebook group. I thought it would be fun to be able to interact more in real time. Like, I do the live chats every Sunday, but obviously if you need some motivation or you want to vent or chat in between times, you can go to the Facebook page for that. The Facebook group is, I always forget, is it Jwhackers Fans and Friends? And it's a private group. I originally had started it out as a public group, but I got some requests to make it private. So it is a private group, so anything that you post there will stay there. No one else on your friends list for Facebook will see it. And people have been posting like their decluttering before and afters, their organization. We can talk about, our goals and weight loss and all of that. It's a really fun community. It's very, very small right now, but hopefully it'll continue to grow. And I've gotten so much enjoyment from posting there. So check it out, if you use Facebook. I know not everyone uses Facebook. I know Facebook can be a very, very toxic place. I have not been using Facebook with the exception of my Facebook group, because people right now especially are crazy and everyone is super adamant that their opinion is the only opinion that matters. So I've been avoiding Facebook in general, but that Facebook group is a really kind of happy little bubble, safe from all that. It's Facebook Fans and Friends, Bonnie, I think. Oh, yeah, you requested. Okay, I'll make sure to accept your request once we're done chatting here. Let's see. It probably helps that I'm currently working from home 4 days a week and see the bed. Yeah, that would be a good motivator. And while I was rambling, I missed a bunch. Hello, I am from India. Wow, thank you for hanging out with me today. What is your most dreaded household chore? Janice wants to know. My nemesis is getting laundry folded and put away. For me, I actually used to hate laundry until I got my new laundry machines, And now I actually kind of enjoy it. Don't tell anyone. Um, the thing that I hate most is just like the pick up and put away aspect of cleaning any room. Like, there's clutter in my house all the time, and it's constantly like pick it up and put it away. I hate that part. If I could just let somebody else do all the tidying up and I could do the cleaning, I'd be fine, but I can't do the cleaning, like the mopping and the sweeping and the dusting, until the clutter's taken care of, and that's the part that I hate the most. Marie says either folding and putting clothes away or dusting because I end up sneezing. Yeah, it's tough when you have allergies. I get up earlier than my husband on a couple days a week. He got used to seeing me make the bed when he sleeps in. He will make the bed when he gets up. Oh, that's wonderful, Veronica. My husband is super, super helpful in that he will do absolutely anything that I ask him to do, but I have to specifically ask him to do it. With the exception of cooking. He loves to cook, so he cooks quite a few nights a week sometimes when he's not working super late. But when it comes to like household chores and things, he'll do as much as he can to help, as long as I'm very, very specific in what he can do to help. Your worst chore is cleaning the bathrooms, especially the boys' bathroom. Yes, I can attest to that. I don't clean my boys' bathroom anymore. I make them do it. And it's not a bathroom that I ever have to use. So if it's not done, completely to my standards, then it doesn't really matter. I just let them handle it because boys are gross. I mean, girls can be gross too, I'm sure. But my boys especially, their bathroom, not so nice to be in. Victoria says, I have 2 boys and we are very blessed, and they have their own bathrooms, but it's twice the boy mess and stench. Yes. Picking up and putting away is a constant thing. Clutter drives me mad. Yes, Janice, it drives me crazy too, and I've just kind of settled on the idea that as long as we live in this house and there's 4 of us in this small space, there's always going to be clutter, and I'm just going to have to deal with it. I just wish I was more motivated to like stay on top of it. I've never been the best housekeeper. Loving the Facebook group. A few of us checked in with each other yesterday. Very motivating. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Erin. Laundry and dusting are the worst. Yeah. I mean, I don't find any of my kind of housekeeping chores especially enjoyable. I know there's people out there that love cleaning. That's just not me. I wish I was. My girl is sloppier than my son. See, Veronica, that's what I said. I'm sure there's lots of messy girls too. Maria says, I owned a cleaning business and a lot of them preferred that I did that every week or 2, but when I was not there, they never made their bed or washed their sheets, so I did it all. As much as I say I hate making my bed, or I don't make my bed, one of my favorite things in the entire world is climbing into bed with fresh sheets. So I'm one of these that probably washes my sheets more often than I need to. Like twice a week, I'm washing my sheets just so that I can get that clean sheet feeling. I don't mind cleaning as long as I don't have to do anything else simultaneously, like chase the toddler. Yeah, that can be pretty overwhelming. I remember those days of toddlerhood. It's been a long time for me since I had a toddler, but that's definitely a tough, tough life period. Good morning, Twyla. How are you? I hope I said your name right. I do not like it, though, if that makes sense. Yes, it does totally make sense. I do my linens twice a week, too. Okay, so it's not just me. Good. I don't wash the big comforter twice a week. I only do that probably like once a month or twice a month. I do have cats that sleep with me. So probably about twice a month. I do the big comforter and everything, but the sheets I do twice a week, and I love that clean sheet feeling. I don't have small children anymore, but I have parrots. They're like eternal toddlers. Parrots, really? Birds freak me out. I wouldn't say that I'm afraid of them, but they just freak me out for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, even better than clean sheets and freshly shaved legs. Yes, I agree with that, Victoria. Although it's winter here, so I'm not shaving my legs nearly as often as I maybe should. I don't think I'm alone in that. Like if I'm not wearing shorts, I don't really worry about it. I love organizing, but I dislike cleaning the bathroom and the floors. See, Bonnie, if you came to my house and did the organizing, I could come to your house and clean the bathroom and the floors because I would much rather clean bathrooms than organize. Good morning, Ashley. Oh, yeah, this coffee is definitely cold. Ugh. I think we're done with that. I'm a clean sheet girl too. Nothing better than crawling into clean sheets. Yes. I'm constantly on my boys to wash their sheets. I feel like boys just don't get the same enjoyment as girls do about clean sheets because if I didn't make them wash their sheets once a week, I don't think they would. In fact, just getting a sheet on the bed at all sometimes is a struggle. I'm not married or in some fun relationship, so up until last week, I had man legs. That's funny, Victoria. I 100% shave my legs for me and only me. I'm not trying to impress my husband by shaving. He doesn't care. And even if he did care, I wouldn't do it just for him. I do it for me. I have OCD, so everything has to be in its place. I just bought fridge organizers and got it all nice. That's awesome, Bonnie. You should take a picture and post your organized fridge in the Facebook group. We love organization motivation over there. In fact, let me go ahead and approve you right now while I'm thinking of it. Oh, wow, 5 member requests. All right, you guys have all been approved. Thank you for joining the group. Good morning, Kat. How are you? 14 birds and a rabbit, 2 jobs, a daughter with 2 jobs, and who does writing lessons, 5 jobs and 3 people here, so I'm literally a hamster on a wheel. Oh my gosh. That's a lot, Janice. Wow. I'm overwhelmed just thinking about that. You are incredible for being able to juggle all of those things. Oh my God, yes. What is it with the boys not wanting to have sheets? I don't understand it. I guess it's just one less thing to worry about, maybe, for boys. I don't know. Their priorities are obviously different. You are not alone with shaving your legs. I shave maybe once a month. I also don't have good circulation in my legs, so I have very little hair. My daughter hates using a top sheet. Okay, now that I can kind of understand. My husband's the same way because it ends up bunched up at the bottom of the bed. But I've tried explaining to him over and over again that if you use the top sheet, you don't have to wash the comforter as often, and it's much less tedious to wash the top sheet than it is to have to wash the comforter. So for a while there, I kind of gave in and just got rid of the top sheet entirely, and we just used a fitted sheet and a comforter. But I got tired of constantly having to wash the comforter, so we went back to the top sheet, and I told him he's just going to have to deal with it. Sorry I'm late. Oh, good morning, Crystal. Thanks for joining me today. I'm also a sheet snob. Once I went to higher thread count, oh man. I really like nice sheets too, Twyla. I agree on shaving for ourselves. I rarely ever shave unless I feel like it. Yes, Jackie. I'm so lucky. I only have to shave if I want to. I don't shave often either. I'm single, and like you said, I shave for me. Good morning, Kathy. Are you using your new computer for the live? I am. And so far, I am loving it. I was able to edit a video yesterday and have it completely edited and saved and ready to go in less than a half an hour. And it was amazing. I'm loving it. I'm married, but only shave if I want to. Exactly. I'm good with keeping the house tidy now that I did a deep declutter. My goal is to get better with meal planning and hopefully conquering this major goal this year. That's awesome. That's awesome that you are making progress on your goals. Maybe my boys are different. They love their sheets. Okay. I guess we're all different. Shouldn't generalize about boys versus girls anyway. But I know for my boys, they wouldn't even use sheets. It's just one more thing for them to have to wash or, clean or do. So cuts into their video game time, I guess. If I leave it to my husband, we would have mattress on the floor, no sheets, no pillow, and one towel as a blanket. Cat. I feel like my husband's the same way. Like, he just doesn't care. He doesn't care if the sheets match the comforter. He doesn't like decorative pillows. He wants minimal. And I'm the exact opposite. Like, I want the bed to look pretty. I sleep better if the bed looks pretty. I don't know. Good for you, Jessie. It's so important to invest in yourself. Thank you, Ashley. That's kind of the point I started to make at the start of this live when everyone was just kind of coming in, how important it is to invest in yourself, take care of yourself, and not put yourself at the bottom of the list. You know what I mean? Oh, good morning, Chrissy. How are you doing today? I woke up this morning and it was lightly snowing out my window and it was so pretty, and it made me think of you, Chrissy, and that beautiful view that you have out your front window. Or is it your back window? I don't know, but I just imagined how beautiful it would be for you with your view to see that snow lightly falling. So I was thinking of you this morning. So do you have a camera for filming or your phone? So I film with a camera. I actually have a couple of cameras. When I'm filming my budget videos or like sit-down videos where the camera's facing me, I use a DSLR camera. It's like a big Canon SL3. And then for vlogging and other like just sort of off-the-cuff videos that don't need to be as good of quality or whatever, I film on a Canon G7X Mark II. I just got that around Christmas time, and I'm really loving that as well for like handheld stuff. I know a lot of people, though, film on their phone, and it works great. I was always running out of space whenever I tried to use my phone for vlogging and stuff, so I don't spend a lot of money on phones. I get just like, my phone's a basic Samsung that I paid like less than $200 for, because I use my phone every day and I know I'm more likely to break it or drop it or whatever. I don't like to invest a lot of money, but I will invest in other things. Like I said, my cameras I've invested money in, my computer. Just kind of have to decide what's most important to you. I just hope some of our restrictions lift at some point here. I haven't seen my hairdresser in 2+ months, and the gray roots are taking over. My husband calls it the landing strip. Oh. Janice, I hope that you're able to get that taken care of soon. I know how important that is for some people, and it's a confidence booster when your hair looks nice. So hopefully soon. Sorry, I'm just kind of catching up with the chat. You guys sped right on by where I was. We had a gorgeous drive up to Syracuse yesterday. It had snowed the night before, but just enough to cover the trees, and hill roads were great. I wanted to take pictures so badly, but I was driving. I love that. I really love the way that snow looks out a window. I hate driving in it, but it sure is beautiful. And my mom was born in Syracuse, New York, right? Oh my goodness, I think all of our husbands are the same. Yes. Okay, Stephanie says, I use a GoPro Hero 8 right now. May invest in a bigger camera when I start getting more content up. I've heard that the GoPros are great. I've never had one myself. Landing strip in Michigan is something else. Chrissy. Oh my goodness. You're right about that. I haven't gotten very far into doing videos yet, as I don't know anything about editing. I've done grocery hauls, but generally on my phone. So, when I first started my YouTube channel, I was filming on just like a little super inexpensive, like $120 camera. And I was editing in Windows Live Movie Maker, and I did that for years. And even now, like when I edit, I'm using a program called OpenShot, and it's pretty basic in terms of what I use it for. All I really do is splice video clips together. I don't do a lot of like crossfades and fancy editing, and I probably never will. But you don't have to be super skilled at editing and videography to have a successful YouTube channel. And of course, the success on YouTube is what you make it, right? Some people would say that you're not successful unless you have 100,000 subscribers and you're making all kinds of money. But for me, I look at success on YouTube as I'm enjoying it, I'm meeting wonderful people and forming a community here, and the numbers and all of that don't really matter all that much to me. I've been filming videos and posting videos for a while. I did it consistently when I had 100 subscribers and when I had 1,000 subscribers. It's just something I enjoy. And so that's what success is for me. How do you like your computer? Not sure if you mentioned it in the beginning. I'm loving it so far. I've only been using it for a couple of days, but so far so good. It's wonderful to be able to do things without constant lagging and waiting for pages to load. I was constantly getting that spinning wheel telling me I needed to wait, and I don't have that with this one. Oh my gosh. My computer, speaking of which, is yelling at me. There you go. It's okay, you can't zoom in though. Right now I use it for my garden homesteading stuff, so it works for what I need it for. Okay. Victoria says, as a content consumer, I noticed the GoPro has big time audio issues. Interesting. I use the Windows Movie Maker too. I'm the same as you with just splicing clips together. Whatever works. I find that I'm less impressed by fancy editing and really great videography than I am just good content, consistent, solid content that I enjoy. I would rather watch a video that's maybe not quite as high quality but has really good information or entertainment value than I would some fancy schmancy edited video. So that's just what I do. I haven't noticed that. Okay, well, hopefully your GoPro continues to work really well for you. There's nothing worse than investing in a camera and putting your hard earned money towards something and then being disappointed with it. So hopefully it continues to work really well. I have a camcorder I could use to film, but I don't have much spare memory on it, and I hesitate to put the stuff on there onto the computer because the computer is 11 years old and on its last legs. Yeah, that's tough. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to upgrade my computer. My new computer doesn't have a ton of space, but um, it's a lot faster and a lot more stable. I don't have to worry about it crashing every 5 minutes. Um, I've had on a couple of occasions situations where I filmed a video and I've moved all of my footage over onto my computer and then had the computer crash and lost it. And that's not that's something that's so frustrating when you put a lot of work into a video and then no one gets to see it. So, investing in the new computer, even though I felt a little guilty about spending the money, overall, it's going to save me so much time and headache. So, it's worth it. Obviously, I was able to afford it. It wasn't something that I had to put on a credit card. If that were the case, I would not have upgraded the computer. The stimulus really helped me to be able to get the computer. Definitely wouldn't have purchased it if I didn't have that come in. We spent the day snowboarding yesterday. The snow is fun when it's not below 0. That sounds like fun. I am more the type to cuddle up and drink hot chocolate and let everybody else go out and enjoy the snowboarding and sledding and things. I'm not a risk taker. So I'm glad you enjoyed it, though. I had a huge pantry organization / mess like ours, and my memory didn't last more than 5 minutes. I was so upset. Yeah, that's so frustrating, Kat. A lot of stuff here is old. My washer and dryer are 27. Wow. Maybe my gray roots creeping in are just symptoms of my ancient appliances and computer. But you know what, Janice? They don't make things like they used to. And you would never be able to go and buy a washer and dryer today and have it last 27 years. No way, no how. Like, things just aren't built to last anymore. So, appreciate what you have because it's bound to be better built than what you could buy today. I know Crystal from What Was Mommy Thinking, her word of the year is enough. Like, I am enough. What I have is enough. And all about like appreciating what you have. And I think that is really awesome and definitely there's something to be said about that. Like being happy with what you have. I am guilty all the time of wanting to upgrade something, wanting to buy more or have more or get something and then immediately want something else. Like, for example, when I bought my car back in, what was that, September? I was so excited. I had been wanting a new to me car for a while, and the Subaru that I purchased is the car of my dreams. It's something I've always wanted. And after, years of really wanting that car, finally getting it, I thought I was going to be over the moon happy and satisfied for a really long time. And I was satisfied for about 2 weeks and then immediately started thinking of the next big purchase. And I think that's human nature, honestly, but it's definitely something that I want to work on, like just being happy with what I have and not always immediately looking to the next big thing. Conquer is your word, Veronica. I like that. How about the rest of you? Do you have words of the year that you are trying to live by? They sure are not made like they used to. You're lucky to get 10 years out of appliances nowadays. Yes, my washer and dryer lasted 8 years before I had to upgrade. Agreed. We had a 96 Camry, lasted until 2019, rest in peace. And our 2015 Honda Civic with 46,000 miles. Tranny went out in the last year we had it, or in the first year we had it. Wow, Cat. That is rough. So human, but we can work on that for sure. Yes, Chrissy. Oh, you're welcome, Crystal. I really love that word. I might just have to steal that word for next year. Although, I'm not going to wait until next year to start really working on that within myself. Boundaries. That's a phenomenal word. Growth. Yes, those are all great words. My word of the year is progress. I just want to make progress on my goals, and hopefully, so far so good. I mean, I've made great progress, but we're still early days, right? It's real easy in January to be gung-ho in accomplishing our goals, but if I'm still making progress in March and September, then I'll be impressed with myself. Usually I'm really gung-ho with my goals for like 3 to 4 weeks, and then I move on and kind of let go of that. And I'm really hoping to keep my momentum throughout 2021. That's a great word. Any amount of forward movement is progress. Yes. Journey to Peace gave me my word. Stretch. Tenacity. Oh, I like that word too. When I feel like giving up with some things, I remind myself of how far I've come and remind myself of the tougher things I've gotten through this far. Yes, we've survived 100% of what life has thrown at us so far. We're still here. We're making it through. Life is tough. Things are hard. But we're doing it. And I don't think we give ourselves enough credit for how much we've managed to make it through. All right, you guys, we are already coming up on that hour mark. Can't believe it. So, if there's anything else that you want to chat about, if you have any questions, get them in now, because we're going to be wrapping this up pretty quick here. Steal away. I may still be working on it and carry it over next year. Hey. The hour went too fast. I agree, Heidi. It always does. It always goes super fast. And I'm still drinking this cold coffee. That's the problem with those giant cups of coffee. I make a big, like, 16-ounce cup of coffee, but then it's cold by the end of it. I probably should just start brewing it right into a travel mug or something to keep it hot. I need to find a good, positive word because what I'm doing is currently just dog paddling. Janice, definitely, if you haven't, join the Facebook group. We are so encouraging over there. We can help you come up with your word and nail down your goals and really make progress. Hello, everyone. I'm not sure if I ever introduced myself. I'm Stephanie, a Michigander who transplanted to Maryland 4 years ago. All of my family still lives in Michigan. I miss it. Oh, it's hard being away from family. There is a very surprising collateral benefit to starting the shift in mindset. There is a peace and calmness that comes with it, and you start to stop comparing yourself and what you have to others. Crystal, you are so well spoken. You guys, if you aren't following What Was Mommy Thinking on YouTube here, I highly recommend her channel. She's incredible. The name of the Facebook group is Jwhackers Fans and Friends. I just joined the group this morning, so I'm looking forward to getting to know several of you there. Great, Janice. I'm glad that you joined. It's so nice coming on here every week and seeing familiar faces and getting to know you guys better, and then getting to know you even more in the Facebook group. It's been wonderful. Seeing the same people comment on my videos and really getting a feel for who each of you are. It's like my favorite part of being here on YouTube. Focus. I like that as a word for the year too. Guys, those are all really great words. I struggled when it came to choosing mine. I felt like I needed to have something that was super profound and unique, but I settled on progress because that really encompasses everything I'm trying to do this year, is just make progress in all areas. I think I joined already. We'll have to check. Okay, Stephanie, good. You're not alone. All my family back in Michigan, too. I miss them a ton. This year we have a group text chat, 3 sisters and my parents. It's really been awesome feeling of together. It's hard being away from the people you love. I love simplicity as well. I'm working more on the simple things. That's awesome, Chrissy. I hope to do a grocery haul again soon. It's been a while. My little YouTube channel is a little feeble so far, but in time, hopefully, I'll do more and get better. Hey, everyone's got to start somewhere. All right, you guys, I'm going to go and make myself a second cup of coffee. This time, I'm going to drink it before it gets cold. But I hope that you all enjoyed chit-chatting with me today. Thanks for joining me. I had a blast. Definitely go join the Facebook group if you haven't already. Jwhackers, Fans and Friends. And we will chit-chat over there. So, thanks you guys for hanging out with me today. And I will see you guys next week, if not sooner. So, bye everyone. Have a nice Sunday. Love you guys.